Right, hi guys and welcome back to another episode of Car Buying 101. In this series we're looking at car buying on the internet and all the useful tools out there that will help you buy a car easier, cheaper and get a better car using free tools on the internet. So in this week's episode we're going to talk about MOTs, MOT checks and how they can really help you get a better car. So first of all, what is an MOT? Why is it important? So once a car becomes 3 years old in the UK, it has to go an annual MOT check. Simple. What is an MOT check? It basically ensures that the vehicle is roadworthy in the UK. And all this information is displayed free to anyone. So as you see here, I've typed in MOT check. First one that comes up is a government MOT one. This is the most official one. It's a government one. It indicates those things there, and it's from 2005 onwards. That's when the database starts. So it's really simple to do. All you're going to need is a number plate. For this video, we're going to use a Golf, popular car in the UK, popular car anywhere. And we found this one for sale. Just a nice little Golf. So you can see number plate YM53BBJ. We're going to go ahead and input that. So once you've inputted it, I'll bring up a load of things. You just want to check that it is the car you're looking for. You've not inputted the number plate wrong, or the number plate on the car matches the actual car. So it's Golf, silver, and it's diesel. That's all good. Then we're going to look at the actual history, which is displayed here. So you may have noticed when I went on Google and typed in MOT check, let me just go back, there's hundreds of them. I've used a lot of them, and the one I find to be the best is this one, totalcarcheck.co.uk. You need to sign up to reveal MOT history, but it's really simple to do. It's just an email and a password, and no credit card information or anything like that. So you have a few options. You can do this if you're actually buying a car, but that'll be in a future video. Reason I like this website, really clearly laid out, and you get a lot more information for free. So like E5C issue dates, that'll be another video. Where the car's registered, another video. Mileage, that will be another video. So in this video we're going to concentrate on MOT history. And you may think, oh, what's the point in that? What can this actually tell you? Now today I'm going to show you. So there's two main things, starting off with the date. Date an MOT is done, is logged, as you can see here at the side. Now an MOT has to be done every year, else you can't drive a car on the road. So usually you'll see it will be done if it's been owned by one keeper, or a consistent keeper. It will be MOT'd every year, usually within a week, 2 weeks. Depending on, they might go on holiday if the car's MOT's in, the summer, so it might be done a couple of weeks before, whatever. But usually when a car changes hands, a dealer, if it's sold by a dealer, not a private individual, which a lot of the time when you trade a car in it might go to auction and be sold by another dealer, they're likely to put fresh 12 months MOT on a car, particularly on quite a new car. They can have a look around it, see if the tyres are good, see if the brakes are good, and usually it will just pass. And for them, that's they may be spending 30 quid on an MOT, but they may be able to sell it for a few hundred more if it's got that fresh 12 months MOT. So a lot of the time you'll see, I'm going to bring up another tab here and input another car. A lot of the time you'll see, bring it down here. So this car was registered in March 2004, so its first MOT would have been 3 years from then, March 2007. See, it was done a bit before. And then this MOT'd again in October when it was sold, and then it's been MOT'd every sort of spring since then. So that's a good indication of if it's sold or not. It's not concrete, but better than nothing, right? Next one is the advisories. Okay, so you can have a look at this MOT. So an MOT will have two things, of advisories fails. So fails or refusal notes, as highlighted here, stuff that need to be fixed and will give a fail as a result of the MOT. These need to be fixed ASAP. That's for car can't drive on the road. So these are big problems. Advisories are kind of like, you need to kind of fix this, but it's still safe at the moment, but it will deteriorate, get worse, and eventually it will fail. So you see here, offside from wheel bearing rotted, rough when rotated. There isn't actually an advisory for that, but yeah, so it's obviously something that's got worse over time. So if you really cared about your car, you'd see those advisories and you go, right, I need to fix this. So you fix it. So if the car's got a reoccurring advisory, usually means the owner's not really cared for it, and that can be a really bad thing, because at the end of the day you want to get the best possible car possible, right? So so let's look at an example. It might become a bit clearer. So this Golf here, one example, tyres, offside rear tyre, one close to legal limit. Okay, you think, okay, maybe it needs inside front tyre, offside front tyre. So all 4 tyres, you may think, just bite the bullet. If you're keeping the car for a long time, buy some new tyres. Now generally, as a rule, rear tyres on a front wheel drive car last a long time, 40, 50,000 miles. Generally, this is all general. This is a front wheel drive car. The reason they do that is because they're not driving the car, they're just there purely for support, low load on them and all that jazz. So generally they'll last a long time, and as you can see, next MOT, offside rear tyre, one close to legal limit. So you can see it's done November 2011, November 2012. So they've not bothered to replace the rear tyres in 10,000 miles. Now that's just sloppy and poor ownership. B, that's dangerous. So it begs the question, what has the previous owner of this car been like? Has it been run on a budget? And then you can find more evidence of this. Windscreen damage zone A, and it has we'll come on to what these little codes that I'm highlighting actually mean in a further video. But you can see it's got one there, following MOT, third MOT, fourth MOT, and fifth MOT, and probably when it changed hands here, it was finally fixed. 5 years they've been driving around with a cracked screen. I mean, how lazy is that? Very, right? So it just begs the question, what has this previous owner been doing? What have they, they've obviously been really skimping on it to not replace a windscreen in 5 years. You could argue, yeah, it's not a big problem, but still an advisory, still something that needs to be fixed, and if that crack was bigger, it would then fail an MOT, and then you'd have to get it repaired ASAP, which could cost more than just the shopping around and getting a good deal. So you think, okay, what's a good MOT look like? I've got an example here. So you can see got a few advisories, then come the next MOT, no fails, or recurring advisories. So these items have obviously been dealt with by the owner and it's passed. So that's what you want to look for. You don't want recurring advisories. It shows whoever's had it not really cared for it, particularly if they're putting 12,000 a year. If they're only putting 1,000 a year, it might not be such a big deal as they're not putting as much wear on it, but putting that much mileage on it and not fixing them is probably a big deal. So I hope this video has been informative. There will be lots more like this, looking at listings on cars, what's a good listing, and number plates, all sorts of stuff. how to find previous adverts of a car, you know, how to see how many owners it's had, all for